it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. 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 Say it one more time. Let me say it. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Let me say it. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time. Let me say it. Say it one more time.
Mic check 1 2 1 2 is Big Gans on the set with no regret. Shout out to Lounge Low from the 160. And you rocking with the Ganser lifestyle. Yo, we in the building. We in the building. Salute to Dwight J. Salute Fuzzy Dread. Wow, you ain't been around here in a minute. Know what I'm saying? You rocking with the Ganser lifestyle. Yo, hit that motherfucking like button as you come up in the room. Know what I'm saying? We in the place once again. We standing on business. And as always, you know how I start. I got to give y'all a scent of the day. You know what I'm saying? But first, we wait for Mr. OG Davis to come up in the building. He said he got a short delay, but he'll be up in here in a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? Let me give a big shout out to everybody from my hood. Killer Hill 10304. You know what I'm saying? Lounge Low. Cousin Krez. Nappy Red Joan. You know what I'm saying? We in the motherfucking building. Let me also give a shout out to all my co-workers, active and retired, New York City Department of Sanitation. We in the building, we representing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody. Hit that motherfucking like button as you come up in here. We standing on business. You know what I'm saying? Big Dollar, salute. So as always, you know how I start. My scent of the day is Club de Nuit, Urban Man Elixir. Club de Nuit, Urban Man Elixir. Let me give you all a note breakdown. You can find this on Amazon for about $50. You know what I'm saying? Let's share the screen so I can show y'all what it is. So this is by Amath. So what I've been doing the Middle Eastern scents as of late. If you don't know, let me see, I got it over here somewhere. If you don't know, last week, my scent of the day was Al Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai. One second. Amber Oud Aqua Dubai. This is a take of Louis Vuitton Imagination. But like I said, this smells better than my Imagination, in my opinion. This has that little vanilla twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Big Dollar. Thank you for the $2 super chat. But we getting back to this one. Club de Nuit, Urban Man Elixir. Right? So the main accords are amber. It's aromatic, citrus, fresh and spicy, musky, woody, lavender, soft, spicy, warm, spicy, and herbal. Now, what I get from this scent, it goes on soft, but it heats up. It heats up in maybe about 5 minutes, right? So Club de Nuit Urban Man Elixir by Amath is a fragrance for men. It was launched in 2022. The top notes are bergamot, pink pepper, orange blossom, jasmine. The middle notes are lavender, illamine, geranium, vevita, saffron, and marigold. The base notes are ambroxan, amber, cedar, patchouli, and labdanum. Now, I've been doing my homework on this scent, right? So the dudes and guys in the YouTube fragrance community, they've been saying that Club D Nuit Urban Man Elixir is a take on Dior Sauvage, which I have right here. If y'all don't know, like I said before, if you rocking Dior Sauvage, man, put this to the back, because everybody, this was a great scent for its time, but everybody was rocking Dior Sauvage, so you walking around smell like everybody else. So everybody in the YouTube fragrance community is saying Urban Man Elixir is a take off of Dior Sauvage. It's not. Left hand, I got on Urban Man Elixir. Right hand, I got on Dior Sauvage. And I've had both of them on for about a half an hour. These two scents are nothing alike. Shout out to K9. These two scents are nothing alike. Now, what Urban Man Elixir is a take of, and the reason why I bought it, Creed Absolute Aventus. That's what I'm getting from Urban Man Elixir. Creed Absolute Aventus. And for $50, as opposed to $400, you're getting a real steal. You're getting a real steal. It's very close. I'd say 95%. I'll bring it down a little bit. I'll bring it down to about 92%, because I'm not getting the longevity. I'm not getting the longevity out of Urban Man Elixir. I am getting maybe 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But it's strong. It's close enough. And I got another one coming. Hopefully I'll have it by the next live. I'll show y'all what that is. And the other reviewers are saying that one is 99% to this. You know what I'm saying? So, OG Davis. Right. It's a clone of Creed. I just told y'all that. Salute to K9. Salute to B Mar Travels. Salute to Ronin Travelers. Okay, y'all got something going on, and I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all 37 people in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking like button. We standing on business. So while I wait for Mr. OG Davis to come up in here, I'm going to drop the link. The link is only for him, for when he's ready to come up in here. So OG Davis, you can hit that link when you're ready. We get it popping. I gotta go to my notes as always. You know what I'm saying? We got some cooking for y'all today. Let me take this down. We got some cooking for y'all today. We gonna do a whole lot of cooking today. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me give a shout out to my motorcycle subscribers. All my motorcycle subscribers. You see, I'm getting back into that. You know what I'm saying? All my motorcycle subscribers, if you in here with me, hit that like button. Like Leroy Hendricks, salute my brother. I see you out there. Thanks for your subscription. Hit that motherfucking like button. You know what I'm saying? So yo, we stand on business. So I'm gonna talk some shit today, as I always do. Then let me tell y'all something. When it really come down to it, there ain't too many motherfuckers that talk shit better than me. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I get a little liquor in my system. You know? Salute, Kite Eternal. There ain't too many motherfuckers who talk shit better than me, louder than me, or none of that shit. Know what I'm saying? So I'm letting you know right now, stop. If you looking at this shit, you know who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you rock on. But when it come down to this shit talking shit, don't think that you could out talk me. You don't look better than me, and you ain't got more money than me. So shut your motherfucking mouth. You know who the fuck you are. So yo, those who know me in person know that I'm a cool person to be around. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy life. But when it comes to work and when it comes to business, I always stand on business. So YouTube is a business. You know what I'm saying? And I treat it as such. And you know what they say? Friends is friends. This is business. OG Davis, the link is in the chat. I'll drop it for you again, though. The chat ain't moving that fast. Not yet, I don't think. Salute to the 45 people. Hit the motherfucking like button. We're going to wait for OG Davis to hit that link. Mr. Darkest, the Navigator. Salute. I'm going to finish my diatribe when Mr. OG Davis come up on the panel because he might have to hold me back. I might upset some of y'all with the shit that I'm about to say. Know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, friends is friends. This is business. And we standing on business. Know what I'm saying? So, in this travel sector, I made a couple friends. Salute the Sunday Night Smoke. Salute the Jersey Hitter. But we're not in this YouTube shit to make friends. And I see a lot of that going around. A lot of motherfuckers. Salute, OG Davis. You good?
What's going on? Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Whatnot. Pardon the sound. It's a little still early.
What's the temperature down there?
85.
Wow. What's the temperature for the weekend?
It's supposed to rain.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, same thing here. It's supposed to rain all day here tomorrow.
Yeah. We got 62, 57, the whole weekend rain.
Yeah.
And then we'll be in the 60s most of next week. And whatnot. Give me 1 second. I can still hear you. Just
yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Well, I'm on my diatribe right now.
Okay.
So, like I was saying, salute the Jersey Hitter, salute the Sunday Night Smoke, salute to all the good fellas over there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we standing on business and we treating YouTube as a business. Know what I'm saying? Not starving for money because we did our thing. We made our money. You know what I'm saying? It's a hobby, but it's still a business. You get what I'm saying? It's a hobby, but it's still a business. So, like I was saying, we aren't really here to make friends. I have all the friends that I need. Know what I'm saying? The people I grew up around, people I went to school with, people I work with. These are people that I know in person. I'm not out here to make salute, Bville. Bville, you ain't been around here neither. About to take your motherfucking wrench, motherfucker. Get on your job, nigga. But yo, like I was saying, we not out to make friends. If we see you, we say what's up. You know what I'm saying? But we're here to put out a message and share information and talk about serious topics. Now we can have some fun with the topics, but you see me in the place, I give you a pound. When you see me, I'm usually with my team. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that I've known for years. And we out chilling, we having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of shit, especially in this travel space. I look at the other sectors too. You know what I'm saying? Niggas online trying to make friends and shit like that. So we not out here to do that shit. We trying to get this message across. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Jersey hitter. Salute to the 55 people in the building. Hit that motherfucking like button. And also, we got a goal. We gonna try and hit the goal. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got to put towards the goal myself. Word. So
Yes,
that's what I'm saying, OG Davis.
Mm-hmm.
So
I hear what you're saying.
You go to these countries. Listen, on the internet, I don't know what dudes is into. You know what I'm saying? You might be into all kind of fuckery. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And certain dudes on the job we just didn't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So you can't fuck with everybody.
Exactly.
So on this YouTube shit, like I said, we standing on business. And whatever some of these cats got going on in their life, I'm not trying to bring that shit into my life. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So go ahead. What you got to add to that?
Well, since we're talking about standing on business, what is standing on business? Well, standing on business is basically being a man or a woman of your word. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining certain standards and boundaries that you're not going to sacrifice to appease or please anyone. You know what I'm saying? When we standing on business, especially when it comes down to giving our word, we stand on that word. We live
Stand
by
on the
that
word.
word. You know what I'm saying? You don't get nothing different. This is who you get. Standing on business is being responsible. You know what I'm saying? Being responsible not just with, things, or being responsible with people that might be in your care, but you being responsible for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times you run into people that don't stand on business, that you can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? My old pastor always used to say that trust is extended by truth. So standing on business is being truthful, being honest. As we said a couple of weeks ago, integrity. It's all about integrity. You know what I'm saying? You say what you mean what you say. Your yes be yes, and your no be no. And no is a complete sentence. Point blank. When you say no, that's a complete sentence. That's you standing on business.
Yes.
If I say no, that's it. There's nothing else to discuss. You know what I'm saying? We come on this. Go ahead.
Like I say when I go to these foreign countries, no is no in any language. Even when you're talking to the dog understand no. You feel? Go ahead.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, you encounter a lot of people in life that don't stand on business. You can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you one thing, do something else. Like he said earlier, we both worked with sanitation. We was in a garage together for a period of time. But in the period of time that we was in that same garage, Gans could tell you, I never backed down from any supervisor. I never backed down from any chief. It was to the point where I had to let people know, like, y'all don't realize because I stand on business, I'm willing to take or sacrifice myself at the expense of myself to protect you on this job. And I wasn't even a shop steward. I was just a regular sanitation worker who went out there to work, did what he was supposed to do, did what he was told to do, did it the right way, and nobody could tell me otherwise. And I never changed up. I never flipped. I never sided with anybody. I was always all about Mr. D. They used to call me the all-day love affair. Basically, what that meant was I took all the time that I needed to complete my work. And I did it within the allotted time that we're given each day, which is 8 hours. And I never changed from that. I was always the same. Nothing changed. No supervisor, no superintendent, no chief will tell you anything different. I confronted them. I stepped to them, and I told everybody, I said, if you need me, I'll speak for you. Even if there's no shop steward there, I'm standing in with you. I kept my word. I stood on business, and he could tell you, you know what I'm saying? We worked together, you know, a number of times, and we did exactly what we said we was going to do. You know what I'm saying? You build a reputation on your name. You build a reputation on your word. You build a reputation standing on business. And a lot of people got to understand that that's how you live life, standing on business. If you got children, if you tell your children you're going to do something, keep your word. You know what I'm saying? Even if what you call it, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead, do your thing. So you see where we coming from when we do these lives. Let me put some respect on the money. Salute the Will Bro for the $10 super chat. Salute Gans and OG Davis. Just getting up and getting ready for work. Dropping off channel support from OG Will. I always stand on business. Have a good show. Thank you. Appreciate you, OG Will. That's a man that stands on business. Know what I'm saying? I never met OG Will, but I can tell by the way he talked, he's a man of his word. He stands on business. So you could see from the last couple of lives that we did where we're coming from. Today's show, Stand on Business. The show from 2 weeks ago, Integrity is Everything. Got a show from 2 months ago. A man that's about his business is always busy. Know what I'm saying? So this is where we coming from. And this is what we trying to talk to y'all about. You know what I'm saying? We not on no goofy shit. We standing on business. You know, like I said before in my last live. You got couple trolls out there, people in the chat. Oh, Gans, what you lying about today? I don't have to lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here to impress people on the internet that I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not about that life. You know, and people who know me in person, they know I talk my shit. I come on to you. Listen, everybody who's met me will tell you Gans is the same way in person that he is on the internet. I talk my shit, I pop my shit. That's just me. I've been like that for the past 35, 40 years. It ain't gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? I said 35, 40 years. So I've been talking this shit. If you say 40 years and I'm 55 years old, I've been talking this shit like this since I was 15 motherfucking years old. Niggas that know me from junior high school will tell you, Gans always been talking shit. That's the way he is. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way, but they know I'm always a man that stand on my business. I hold my ground and I don't back down. Go ahead.
Yeah, so there are things that most of the people in the chat probably can identify with standing on business. You know, another thing with it, is standing on business is basically doing what you need to do versus what you feel like doing. You know, like for example, going to the gym. A lot of us,
Mhm.
you know, stand on business like, look, I got to be to the gym. I got to go to the gym. I got to get this workout on because if I want to, you know, not only be healthy, but be physically fit and, you know, mobile, you know, not just in my early years, but my later years, like, you know, we're up there in age where we've definitely got to be mobile. You know, I'm kicking in at least on average anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 steps a day. I'm not getting to the 10,000 because, you know, I'm not in the environment where I can, you know, I could do it, but there's so many things going on in my life that I at least get anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 steps in a day. You know what I'm saying? But when you're standing on business, you know, standing on business is basically executing over emotion, if you want to put it like that. In other words, you're doing what you have to do versus what you feel like doing. So when I use the example of the gym, you're going to the gym because you're doing what you have to do. You're bodybuilding. You're getting in shape. You're concerned about your health. You're doing movement. You know, we don't feel like going to the gym every day. I don't know if Natasha is in the chat because I don't see the chat right now. But
Yeah,
Natasha, you know,
if
go
I didn't,
ahead.
if Natasha, if you in the chat, type in the chat. And if we got any ladies in the house, hit the #1 button so we know y'all in here because we got a
Yeah,
little something for y'all today.
yeah. So you know, she always like, yo, you outside today? And what she means by that is am I at the gym? Now, as of lately, you know, dealing with different health concerns and personal situations that I've been dealing with, I haven't been making it to the gym. So I ain't been standing on business with the gym. I'm gonna be honest. That's standing on business. I'm giving you my word that I haven't been going to the gym on a regular. However, I've been doing alternative things to keep moving, keep, you know, physical. So I've been walking. I've been, you know, what they call it, farmers. I think it's called farmers walk or something like that, where you hold 2 bags on the side, or you can hold the weights with the, you know, the little weights with the circle. I think it's
Yeah,
called farmers walk or something like that. Where you're walking
right.
through, you know, maybe the hallway back and forth, you know, with that. So, you know, you kind of have balance and, you know, you're still getting activity in. So I'm still doing some of the little things that I need to do, even though I do need to do more, you know, as life happens and things are happening, you know, I'm having errands to run that are very important right now that I'm dealing with, which I won't get into that. But the point is this: I'm still moving. So I'm still doing the things. The same thing like cleaning your house. You should be cleaning your house. Your house should be clean. Your house should be a
That's business.
representation of, yeah, that's business.
Your life
Your house
of
should
your
be,
life.
exactly. Your house should be a representation of who you are. That look, you go into somebody's house and their house is dirty, what can I say? They're not standing on
Hold on.
business.
KB Scoop says no sound. OG Davis, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So KB Scoop, that must be something on your end. Chat. Let me know if you can hear me.
Put a 1 in the chat if
And
you can hear us.
he said it's good now. He said it's good now.
Okay, yeah. So like you go into somebody's house and their house is dirty. They're not standing on business. They
Mhm.
may feel comfortable with that, but that's not standing on business. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to clean your house, even if you don't feel like doing it. It's a representation of who you are. One of the number
Mhm.
one things that you should stand on business is arriving on time. Now I told Gans, I would be here even earlier long before we even got close to starting the live stream. I told him I'll probably be about 10 minutes late or whatever, you know, because I had some things to do. I was out and about in the street, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, before he started the show, I typed it in the chat. I'll be 15 minutes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Being on time. People always have this thing, oh, color people time. Listen, regardless of whether it was a joke, you know, something they said back in the days about, you know, black folks, yo, be respectful to people's time. If you say you're going
Mm-hmm.
to be somewhere at such and such a time, be there. When you go to work, you respect your employer's time by getting there on time. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be penalized for being late. You'll lose money, and that's going to make you mad. But why should it make you mad if you show up somewhere where you're supposed to be meeting someone on time? It should make you just as mad as if you get to work late. Why should it be anything different? You should, just like you have the same respect for work because you're getting paid, you should have respect for people's time because you're still getting paid their time. They're
Mm-hmm.
wasting time and waiting on you to be somewhere on time. Time is a currency. Time moves. That's the one currency that we don't, only thing we get with a return on investment is using it properly. And that's being present. So stand on business, be on time, clean your house. If you're going to the gym, go to the gym because it's health reasons. You need to move, you need to do all this. Stand on business.
Okay. Well, let me take it from here. Since we're talking about work, Bville Lee, he said 9 o'clock means 8:45 to him.
That's what's up.
Any New York City sanitation workers in the building, put a 1 in the chat and hit the like button. Check it. New York City sanitation. Roll call is at 6 a.m. Right? So to me, that means I need to be to work no later 5:15, 5:30. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because most garages, most sanitation garages, you get there, they're making moves on the board, right? So now, if you a minute man, right? They got you on a route that you don't want to be on, and I'm just talking strictly about BK 18 because they moving that board around. They start moving that board around at 5 o'clock in the morning. The shop stewards and everything standing around the board with the supervisor. So when you get there, you want to get on the route that you want to be on. You want to work with the person that you want to work with. You got to be there between 5:30 and 5:45 because they shutting that board down. They closing that board at 5:45. Some garages 5:45. Some garages 10 minutes to 6. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be there at 5:30 so you can make the moves, get on the route that you want to get the truck that you want to get, work with the person that you want to work with. You know what I'm saying? New York City Department of Sanitation ain't no time for Minutemen, and it ain't no time for Johnny come latelys. You know what I'm saying? Because when you on that garbage truck, and the numbers done went up since we retired, I think it's about $70 to $75 a day on top of your regular pay every time you on that truck picking up garbage, right? So if you come there 6:10, 6:15, God forbid 6:30, they putting you out there on a sweeping the streets. Ain't no money in that. They putting you out there picking up them corner baskets. Ain't no money in that. I really never had a problem doing baskets, but it's no money in it. And you out there, if they put you on street cleaning, you out there pushing that broom, that I don't like that shit is embarrassing. And then you out there all day doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they put you on I seen them today. They got a whole new unit for doing highway cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that shit?
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
So that's out of Fort Bell that they do that.
Yeah, it said Brooklyn lot. The truck said Brooklyn lot.
Mm-hmm. It's out of Fort Bell.
So yeah. So now you come in late, 6:15, 6:30. You not on that truck out on the route. You got to go out there pushing a broom, doing street cleaning, or doing baskets. Baskets, I didn't like being on baskets neither. Listen, I'll take it before street cleaning. because at least I can maneuver around and do what I want to do out there. Because you got a set route, you know what you're doing. Street cleaning, man. Listen, you out there standing on the corner with a broom and a pail. Fuck that shit. Know what I'm saying?
I loved it. I loved it.
Not me. But what it is, like I was saying, you come late, that's money out of your pocket. So you got to stand on business. When you on that man's time, you got to get there on time. You know? Salute the Ronin travelers.
Yeah, salute to Ronin. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. I see a couple of new names. Vibing with Misha. Salute.
Oh, where's she at?
She's
Oh,
in the
yeah.
chat.
Yeah, I see her now. Yeah, because I said any women in the building, hit the one button, let us know y'all in the building, because we got a little something. Vibing with Misha. Me and you was in the same chat the other day with what's her name, OG Davis?
Mariah Sincere.
Yeah. So we might as well. And Misha, I told you, I said, yo, you better go up there and help your girl out, because they killing her. You know what I'm saying? So yo, should we just get to it now?
Nah, wait a little bit.
We wait a little bit.
You know,
Okay.
we can finish out this topic and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You know,
go ahead.
you got any personal stories about it? Like, you know, story time begins. Like, any personal stories where you needed to stand on business?
You're gonna have to give me a minute to think about it. But you know, it's always work related.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Okay, when we put these trips, hold on. Look, when we put these trips together, right? We get the villa that we want to rent, and I'm just talking from the Sasua date. We get the villa that we want to rent, right? So we sending out a blast to everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go, we not going by your word. We need a deposit. Know what I'm saying? So if we telling you we need a $200 deposit by such and such date, because we got to get the money in to the Airbnb host or the property. Let's say it's Hispaniola. We got to get the money into the property management by this such and such date. Know what I'm saying? So now we need everybody to have their money in on time. If you don't have your money in, then we got to go to the next person. You say, yo, if you want to go, this is what we need. You know what I'm saying? Now, the way we do it, that deposit is non-refundable. So if you decide later on you're not going, you lost your deposit unless we can get somebody to replace you. So OG Davis, let's say you going on the trip, right? Something happened in your family, you got to cancel. I say, Davis, yo, you know how we work in this. You know what I'm saying? If something happened in your family, death in the family, we not holding that against you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the loss. The money's coming out of my pocket. Here, you can have it back. But if you just on some bullshit, I don't feel like going. Fuck that shit. Blah blah blah. Listen, man. Listen, we done already got the wheels going in motion. You know what I'm saying? So now, if I can't find somebody to replace you, this is money that has to come out of my pocket.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, if somebody replace you, by all means, you got your $200 deposit back. So that's standing on business. That's just the way. When we put these trips together as a group, we doing it as a business. You know what I'm saying? And somebody said to me one time, "Oh, Gans, you charging your people?" But yes, the fuck you think nigga gonna go for free? No. And that's niggas in this space that said that shit. No, this shit is a business. When we putting these trips together, this shit is a business, and we have to treat it like that. Know what I'm saying? If you getting your own Airbnb, then that's something totally different. You can work that out with them. But when we putting together a 6-bedroom, 8-bedroom, 10-bedroom villa mansion. You know what I'm saying? This is money that we have to put out, and we are putting. Me and my cousin, we usually putting this shit together. We putting that money out sometimes out of our own pocket, the first deposit. You know what I'm saying? So we running around trying to get our money back because we trying to lock down this villa before somebody else gets it. You know what I'm saying? The last joint that we had that you came on, when you came on that trip to the zoo, I put the whole deposit out of my pocket by myself and waited for niggas to give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing when we doing this shit. You got to know who you dealing with. So everybody in my crew is thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
Ain't no begging billies around here. Everybody in my crew work. They doing their thing. So if they say, yo, Gans, I'm going, my money is good. I've had dudes from Staten Island around the way. Yo, Gans, yo, I want to go. I know what y'all doing, blah, blah, blah. Yo, hold me down. No, nigga, I'm not holding you down. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your money might be kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say my man Butch, let's say he want to go on the trip, right? I know Butch is good. If Butch say to me, Gans, hold me down, I got him. Because I know he good. This motherfucker done been on more trips than, listen, I don't know how many fucking trips this motherfucker done been on. No, and how many countries, you know? This motherfucker went on a 14-day cruise with a friend of his, female friend of his, and jumped off the cruise and met Chocolate in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he moved, you know?
Yeah.
Misha, we gonna get to it. Misha said, wait, I'm lost. She's informative. She messed up. We're gonna get to we're gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it up.
We're gonna get to it. It's gonna be the highlight of the live. So y'all stick around.
To touch on what you're saying, you want to, when it comes to standing on business, there's a certain level of accountability. You could call it what you can call it is radical accountability. Like really, some real strong arm accountability. You know the people that you're dealing with. You know that, in the situation with the villa and stuff like that, you've dealt with these people before. They're not gonna, stare you, take you all over the place. Oh, I'll get you the money next week. And then, they end up not going on a trip. You've dealt with the same people multiple times. So when you're dealing with standing on business, when it comes to people, like I said earlier, trust is extended to the limit of truth. Truth establishes a reputation. The more truth you tell, the more trust I got for you. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with it on a personal level, let me give you a little story time. 2022, I was diagnosed with atrial. Well, no, that was 2021. I was diagnosed with AFib, and I had another diagnosis with my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to my cardiologist, and my cardiologist told me, he was like, look, the way to deal with this, because I was up in weight and stuff like that. So he says, the way to deal with this, I need you to get as skinny as you can get. I don't want you to lift weights heavy. I don't want you to do those things. I want you, you can lift, but lift light. Just make sure that you can get as small as you can get. Ironically, I didn't even know that Gans was on the same mission at that time as well. So we both was like, on opposite ends of the earth, losing weight. So I had to stand on business. I had to think about my children. I had to think about my family. I had to think about there's things that I still have left to accomplish, and the only way that I can, defeat, now I ain't gonna say defeat, but at least be able to deal with these conditions, you know, as healthy as possible is to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Is self-care. You know what I mean? And, you know, for the next, I say 8 to 10 months, I was really crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? I changed my whole nutrition up. I stopped eating junk. I stopped doing all those things and started eating right, started paying attention to what I was eating. You know, I can tell you exactly what I did, but I'm not going to tell you on this live, maybe another live. But I ended up losing 100 pounds in 10 months. Now, that was insane, but it took some time, you know, and what ends up happening is when you lose weight that fast, it's easy to gain it back real quick.
Yep.
You know, they say you should lose anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds a week, you know, and I started catching that weight back, you know. So the last time I went to my cardiologist, you know, I probably was up like maybe about 50, 60 pounds from the weight loss. And I said, yo, you know what? I really need to do this, but I need to do this in a different way because I did it in such an extreme way. You know, it wasn't like it's so extreme to the point where I'm on a, you know, Atkins diet or any one of these diets. All I did was remove certain things from my diet and I increased my fasting period. You know what I'm saying? Not now, you know, there's a lot of science behind fasting. Fasting is definitely a great practice and everybody should practice it, whether you do it all the time, once a week, once a month. I'm not a board certified medical anything. I'm not a doctor. So this is not health advice. Make that disclaimer. But I had to stand on business for my health. I had to really, really like, look, I got to do this. Nobody else is going to, you know, and my accountability was my kids. That was my accountability. Daddy, we need you to be here. Daddy, we need you to be here. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to standing on business, understand what you're doing is you're becoming a person of your word. You're becoming a person of integrity. You're becoming a person of truth. You're becoming a trustworthy person. And that's what it means to stand on business.
Yeah.
My plane is landed.
Shout out to Travel With. Yeah, he had a live earlier. I was in the chat. You know, listen, I don't really know what's going on with this space. I'm not really watching the shit like that anymore. But he was talking this shit. Listen, these motherfuckers are scammers. Liar scammers, and they not standing on business. They don't have no integrity. You know what I'm saying? So people think I'm talking about the two. No, I'm talking about more than just them two. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, let me jump in real quick. I just want to touch this real quick because I know we said we wasn't going to go into it, and I don't really want to go into it, but let me just say this. A lot of these individuals in quote unquote, whatever you want to call that space, because I don't call it the travel space, they don't stand on business. Anything that they've said that they was going to do, anything that they said they was going to produce, anything they said about this being the best situation has not happened. If you are anyone in the chat, if you are a supporter of any of this buffoonery, I'm not even going to knock you, because at one point in time I was knocking you. No judgment to anyone. I'm trying to elevate, evolve, and get out of old ways of thinking. Understand, there is no ROI at all for you. I get it. You may be investing in the comedy and the crash out of this content, and it may be entertaining to you, but there is no return on your investment in this buffoonery. Okay, this is not standing on business. This is, guess what? You fools are sending me money so I can go do the things that I want to do at your expense. And I can disappoint you time and time again, knowing that you are going to give and give and give until the wheels fall off. Okay. And if any one of these individuals, if you are butt hurt by what I'm saying, or you turn around and say, I'm a hater, listen to me and listen to me clear. Why am I going to hate on someone that ain't doing anything that I would do, want to do, or ever would do? Why am I hating on someone that literally needs other people to live their life? Because I'm living my life and I'm enjoying it. I'm present. All praises to the Most High. I'm on my way to one of the greatest moments in my life. So if you got the audacity and the gall to say that I'm hating on you, whatever, man.
Salute the K9 for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, K9. Play Dog. That's a bad comparison, Play Dog. He said Gans 108 Harley is king like Budweiser. Play Dog. Budweiser is the nastiest beer out of all of them. So that's a bad comparison, Play Dog. But we're gonna see, because the end of this year, I'm gonna try and do that Harley Street Glide, the Harley Street Glide, CVOST.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can put my money together right, I can do it without trading in the Indian. So I'll have both.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And that's that, that bike there's, you're talking $45,000 for a motorcycle. That's the price of a Honda Accord.
There you go.
Let me Google that shit real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, we're not gonna Google it. We're gonna go to my new friend. We got the new friend now. Hold on, OG Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm talking to the motherfucking robot. What up, chat?
Hey, not much. Just here to chat. What's going on with you today?
What's the price of a brand new 2026 Honda Accord?
The starting price of a brand new 2026 Honda Accord depends on the trim level. The base LX starts around $28,395, while the SE is closer to $30,695. If you're looking at hybrids, the Sport Hybrid is around $33,795, and the top tier Touring Hybrid is about $39,495. Just remember, dealer fees and options can affect the final cost.
So the top of the line Honda Accord is $39,495. Play Dog. That Street Glide CVO ST is $45,000. You're talking $45,000. Sticker price. Suggested retail price for a motorcycle. But we'll see. Let's see what the chat's saying. Gene from 16, it's all a lie. If you already know that they're gonna lie as soon as they open. Listen, they got a saying in the car selling game. You know how OG Davis, you know how you know if a car dealer is lying to you?
Go ahead.
If his lips is moving.
Well,
So
you better not go to no car dealer.
So you treat them characters like they car dealers. If their lips is moving, they lying.
Mm-hmm.
Play Dog. And you paid $25,000 for a 108. You could have gotten a 117 for much more. Play Dog, we are going to do a motorcycle live. I'm trying to put the cast together. I'm trying to get them together on one panel. That 108, that Indian Challenger 108 is putting out more horsepower than that 117 Harley Road Glide. But that we trust me, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I'm putting together Indian and Harley. Shout out to Finesse the Challenger. I don't know if he watches. Me and him conversate from time to time. I don't know if he watches he's definitely there when I'm talking motorcycles. I don't know if he's there when I'm talking about this shit. Because every time I put up something about motorcycles, he comments in my chat. So I don't know if he's watching this shit. But shout out to Finesse the Challenger. I'm gonna get him on the panel, some other people that ride Indian, some people that ride Harley, and we gonna sit down and chop it up. And we gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of it. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. You want to get to that thing you sent? You want to get to that thing you sent me on Instagram?
Yeah, you can play it.
Was it Instagram or was it?
I sent you the video on Instagram and I sent it to your regular phone.
Okay. You sent
But
it
play it on a big screen. Yeah, I sent it in Instagram too. No, matter of fact, I couldn't send it in Instagram because the size was too big. You might be able to go on her page and play it.
Oh yeah, it's your boy.
Anton Daniels and me.
It's your boy.
Oh, that.
That yeah, Tampon Daniels. Now
Yeah.
I ain't gonna disrespect him. I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. Anton did because I was listening to his live this morning. And he was dropping a lot of shit this morning. Oh, where's my notes? Because he did drop something that I wanted to get into. Spirit Airlines. Damn, I didn't get a chance to research it. So but Spirit Airlines is asking Trump for a bailout.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get into that, but I didn't do my own research on it because today I didn't go to the gym today. We spoke earlier. I was working in the yard.
Yeah, but that's still working out.
That was my workout for today. Know what I'm saying? Working in the yard, getting my backyard together. So while we going, I'm gonna see if I can find it because you know Khalil gonna come up here to run his mouth. I don't know where he at. It's 8:30. He gonna be up here.
At some point.
Yeah, at some point. So let's see what else we was gonna get into. I'll save that for later.
I mean, if you want, go into the what you call it, the Mariah thing.
Okay.
You got it clipped up on the
I got it ready. I got everything ready, set, go. We gonna call this segment Kite Eternal. Peace. Thank you for the $5 holla. Spirit is going
to Venezuela now. I want to bring that Venezuela conversation up in this live. But go ahead. Let's move on to Miss Sincere.
We're gonna call this segment Money, Energy, Attention, and Time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to say the abbreviated acronym for it, but I will say it now. Pause. MEAT. MEAT. Pause. MEAT. Money, energy, attention, and time. So yo, let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go here and share the screen. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. So check it. She was talking to me on this right here.
So I was on a YouTube live stream yesterday and we were talking about pay for play. Now, it's always been my opinion that pay for play serves a functional purpose in society. I might explain what I mean by that in another video, but basically, I support your right to pay these hoes. Matter of fact, I believe that pay for play gave a lot of you men a chance. The claim that all men pay for it in the end is definitely a coping mechanism. And I can tell that a lot of y'all have never really had a woman love y'all. Do y'all know that there are men in the penitentiary right now that are pulling women off of Instagram Live and off of TikTok Live that they've never met? And these women are sending them hundreds, if not thousands.
I gotta pause it right there. Why, Khalil, bring your ass to the panel because you one of them. Why, whenever we talk this shit, you gotta talk about motherfuckers in jail. But let's continue.
Thousands of dollars a month to fund their lifestyle in the penitentiary. Despite what these women are saying on the internet, majority of women are living with the man and contributing at least 50% to their household. And as much as women like to come on the internet and lie to gas up other women, most women, if they really like a guy, will spend time with him for free if they really like him. It's the ones that they don't like that have to spend money every time that they get together. I'm just being honest. Sorry, ladies. The same girl that you paid $100 to sleep with when you come here has a boyfriend in the barrio that's living with her and she pays all the bills. Did he pay anything? Again, I can tell that most of y'all ain't never really had a woman love your dirty draws. You know, the type that's gonna stay with you through thick and thin when you're up and you're down. Those exist. They out there. Y'all aren't gonna find them because y'all overshoot in the looks department and y'all are constantly chasing hoes. But to classify all men as tricks and all women as gold diggers because you deal in transactional relationships is quite frankly lame, and it shows a lack of accountability. Passport bros make the wild.
Now, number one, over here at the Gangster Lifestyle, we ain't no motherfucking passport bros. That's number one.
Mhm.
So let's throw that shit out the window. You know what I'm saying? When I go overseas, I ain't looking for no wife. I ain't looking for no girlfriend. I'm looking to party, have a good time, bring my ass home. If I'm down there conducting business, like say, like what we was talking about earlier, looking for apartment, shit like that, because we're retired. We don't want to be in this cold weather in the wintertime no more. We rather go someplace warm. So if I'm conducting that type of business, then I'm conducting that type of business. You know what I'm saying? But looking for wife, looking for girlfriend, you can have that shit. Been there, done that. Right? That's that passport bro shit. We not that over here. Right?
That's right.
X-ray. I will drop the link. Give us a minute. But you're gonna have to show your face before I bring you up. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say to that before I
Yeah,
because
let
listen,
me say.
go ahead.
Wait, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Let me say something real quick because I gotta make a call, so I'm gonna be excused for a few. But here's the thing. Let me just say this. I know Mariah is sincere. You know what I'm saying? We haven't met in person, but we met originally. We first encountered one another on Mentuition's podcast. Shout out to Mentuition. Shout out to Al, Steve. They over there doing their thing. They shouted us out the other day
Shout out to
on their
Mentuition.
show. So
Shout out to
shout out to
Mentuition.
Mentuition. You know what I'm saying? So she was on their show, and basically, obviously, she didn't agree with a lot of points that they were, putting out. Listen, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and there are certain facts that are out there. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Gans.
Okay. So listen, I got friends that did time, right? And when they came home, they had to get themselves on the right track and whatever. And they want to be productive members of society. So that's what we are. We are productive members of society. You get what I'm saying? So the jail dude, listen, let me talk about it like this. So she said women are sending men in jail money, pictures on Instagram, shit like that. Let me tell you something. That dude in jail probably got 10, 20, 30, maybe 50 women sending him shit, right? But guess what? He can only, if he's in jail, he can only have sex with one. And that has to be a conjugal visit, which means he has to be married to her. So all of that shit, the jail dudes, all of that shit is null and void about what they doing this, blah, blah, blah. Because when they come home, they trying to be productive members of society. Trust me, I know dudes that been in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? They come home, they not trying to go that route no more. Most of them are. I'm gonna drop the link. X-Ray, you're gonna have to show your face. Johnny Cash says not in the feds. So what you saying, Johnny Cash? They not sending dudes in the feds any money? What you saying? They not sending dudes in the feds any money, or in the feds they can have conjugal visits without being married? Which one is it? Tell me. So, but we're gonna go to the next segment. We're gonna drop her down. Because I sent this video to Coach Greg Adams. So we're gonna get into what he had to say about it. Because he had saw the video already and gave her a response. He responded to her on TikTok.
Big Gan says, Coach, hope you saw the Instagram clip that I sent you of the woman talking about all men don't pay, and that she then she went
Fair
to
use.
talk about guys in jail.
Salute to
don't
the
have
coach
to pay.
gang.
I saw that Instagram clip. I actually saw her TikTok. I responded to her TikTok. But yeah, I saw that clip. Like that was her comparison. There's dudes in prison that don't have to pay. Bruh. Is that your example of men that don't pay? There's men in prison that women send money. What I'm gonna say about this men that don't pay?
Give me 1 second,
Again,
X. Let's let this
always
finish.
a bum nigga that they use as an example of that don't pay. So what you're telling me is, if I don't want to pay, I'll go to prison and have bitches send me money, because that's what you just said. like, okay, all right. So are you suggesting that I go to prison? What are you suggesting here, man? They're always going to use the bum nigga approach. These black women, and it was a black woman, it was a mulatto. It's always black women that's going to tell you could do less. There's men I know that are bums that got mattresses on the floor. Is that what you're suggesting I be? Because I got another life going on here. I'm not these bum ass niggas that depend on this little bit of money that they giving me. The little bit of money that these women pay is not enough money for me to be a bum, nigga. But that was her first example. I know guys out here that are in prison that women send money to. Okay. Like, congratulations to her and them. Sounds like they're a match made in heaven. Nobody wants to be that guy. Then she says, there's a guy out here that a woman loves his dirty draws. Again. One more time. I don't have dirty draws. I wear clean draws. Are you suggesting that I wear dirty draws to get a woman? Again, your two examples are fried. I have clean draws. I take a shower. I have a life going on. I'm not in jail. Can you give me another example of a man that's highly successful and then the woman just keep tricking on him? Like, can you give me an example of this? That's what I want, because that's who I am. I'm actually a go-getter. I'm successful. I don't got time. I can take a shower, nigga. I don't ain't in jail, in and out. Can you give me an example of somebody that is highly... She can't give me one because she's a strag. That's why. Y'all listening to strags give you advice. She doesn't know highly successful men probably have the same scenario. I can have the same scenario all day long. But give me an example of somebody that you know, a nigga that's highly successful. They got the same scenario. You can't, because you don't know one. You only know bum niggas. And bum bitches on top of that. Stop trying to tell niggas to be bums to get some free pussy. That's not the solution. That's not a good solution to men. What men gonna do? Be a loser. And then when you're a loser, you're gonna think it's gonna be successful, and now you just stuck being a loser. These people are just absolutely incredible. These are your examples. It's so tiring. I'm like, damn, bruh. Shout out to Big Boy. Says Coach.
All right. Let me go here. Hold on. Let me X that out. X, what up?
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
to come
yo.
back in because I can't hear you.
Oh, that's X-Ray Pookie. All right, let me drop the link for him again. Okay, Romeo Guerrero, what you saying? That's not what her message was saying. You trick niggas are always taking shit out of context to justify tricking. Let's get to that. Let's get to the trick part. Romeo Guerrero, Bville Lee is here. Romeo Guerrero, you can hit the link to it. Explain me where a man doesn't pay. Please. Please. Come on and tell me where a man doesn't pay. In life, a man has to pay for a woman. Whether she a hoe, she a regular woman, girlfriend, you're courting her, you have to take her on dates. You have to spend money, right? Married men spend the most money because he's trying to be a productive member of society. So he's holding down the house. Yes, the woman helps, she contributes, but the man is paying the majority of the bill. X-Ray Pookie, you want to argue with me? Bville with E, what up? Salute.
How you
What
doing,
up?
man?
Salute, Gas. Salute,
What
salute,
up?
X-Ray.
How y'all doing? I appreciate you having me.
Wait. Hold on for a second. Wasn't there a statement that you gave me? American black woman, something another? Miss, you. I'm an American black woman. You remember that statement? And I'm an American. You don't remember the whole thing. I got it somewhere recorded. But anyway, let's go.
All right. Well, first of all, what's up, Gas? Salute to you,
What
the
up? What
show,
up?
chat, Mr. OG. And who is that down there in the pen? That's X-Ray?
That's X-Ray.
Yes,
Oh, what's
sir.
up, X-Ray?
What's up,
All
brother?
right. The first thing,
Hold 1 second. Misha, if you want to come on board, please, because we want a woman's opinion. Go ahead.
the
Bville.
first thing that I want to say that, in my opinion, invalidates her whole statement is that, number one, black men aren't a monolith. You can't compare a person that's locked up to a free man. And number two, no disrespect to the ladies that's listening or everything. I don't feel, and this is my personal opinion, that a woman can tell me how to or what it takes to be a man. They can give you that, even go for my mother. They can give you advice and say, well, hey, baby, I would do it. You should do it like this or do it like that. But when it all boils down, I don't think a woman can tell me how to be the man. But her whole thing is invalidated because she's comparing two different types of men. She's comparing a hard-working man or a high-class man or whatever kind of man you label against somebody that's locked up behind bars. That's not a fair comparison. Not to me, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lopsided
Okay.
comparison. How's it even fair for the man that's locked? See, man, this is a crazy argument. Ever since I came in this crazy space, I've been saying everything this woman been saying. I done talked about it on K9 show. I done talked about it against Gaines, but Gaines said it many times. Everything this woman said on that video is everything I've been saying since I came in this space. I don't know where you
Mhm.
niggas get this all men gotta pay shit from. It's the craziest, lamest cop out of shit I've ever heard in my life. As a man from the streets of Memphis that ain't never really have nothing growing up, all we knew was to learn how to talk and finesse things out of women. That's all we knew. Not saying that I don't got my own shit, but I ain't never I ain't never ran across a situation where a woman looked at me and said, "Oh, you got to pay to go take me on this date." Ever since ever since I've been an age, a woman to be like, "Oh, I can't go out because I don't have the money to pay for it." But maybe that's just the type nigga I am. Everybody that know me in this space know I've been saying this since I came. And the clown that had the great beard on, getting on there talking, he laughing as if what she's saying is wrong. She ain't saying nothing wrong. She's saying everything I've been saying and other niggas out there like me been saying. Now, if you a man who ain't been able to reach that because a woman don't like you like that, or you ain't got enough game for one, and all that, all men, oh, well, you got, or well, you paying for dinner, or you paying for rent, nigga, that's your wife. That's your woman. I'm talking about somebody out here on the street that I'm just meet I come across and I want to take out and knock her down. Nigga saying you got to pay for that, so that's the reason to go overseas and pay for it. And BB, you saying, oh well, you can't compare a man in jail to a man on the street. It's worse that men in jail getting women for free and they paying for stuff. And niggas on the streets with jobs and money can't do it. That's how lame niggas is now.
Okay,
That's
let me
how
ask you.
lame niggas is now.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If a dude is locked up, right, and a woman is attracted to him, and somehow they hook up, who's the one that's really getting played, the dude or the woman?
The woman getting played, of course, but what they got to do with the men on the street? What they got
Okay,
to do with men on the street?
okay, hold up. I'm gonna answer your question. That's why I said you said that I said she was wrong. Clearly, I said I disagree with her opinion, and her comparisons are incorrect because, like you just said, what does it have to do with a man on the street? So, what does a woman messing with a dude in a federal pen got to do with a man messing on the street? I didn't
Got it.
say she was wrong or right. I said I disagree with her assumption of what she's saying because she comparing apples with oranges. Now,
Well,
and as
let me
far
answer
as
that.
that, go ahead.
Let me answer that. The answer to that is that what are you talking about? It's apples. It's not apples and oranges. She's saying if a nigga in jail locked up that can't even satisfy a woman with money, he can't satisfy her sexually, but she's sending him money. He got a game that weird lame niggas on the street ain't even got.
Okay,
How are
but
we saying? What are we talking about?
okay, but I could tell attention. Women are sensitive creatures. Some women out here get so much, emotional good feeling out of getting attention. It doesn't, but given so like Ms. OG said earlier, attention is money, time is money. A lot of them brothers behind the wall giving somebody attention might make a lady. It might be a lady that's overweight. It might be a woman that doesn't think she's attractive enough. It might be a woman that's just psycho crazy. Paying someone attention can be a form of payment. Okay, you pay her attention, she sends you money, just like that.
So niggas got ADHD that ain't in jail then. Niggas can't sit down and text. Nigga, I can text 20 different women at one time if I want to and give them attention all day like they the only one. It don't take a lot. And niggas constantly making
You
excuse
heard what
after excuse after excuse. Like
you
it's a
heard what
reason that you gotta go and pay for it. It ain't.
X-Ray, did you salute OG Will? X-Ray, did you hear the
Salute.
words that just came? Did you hear the words that just came out of your mouth?
I know what I said.
The jail nigga, that's what the jail nigga has. He got nothing but time.
Right.
He got nothing but
But
time. We
what that got to
outside.
do with us on the street?
Listen, I'm about to tell you. Me and OG Will, Bville E, even you, X-Ray, because I know you get to the bag. You ain't got time to be this all day. You got to get to that bag. The dude in jail, he got that kind of time because he ain't got nothing but time. Go ahead.
So this is the thing. I've set myself up to where I don't have to do extremely hard work or physical work with my hands. I've set myself up where I can have my phone in my hand and do what the hell I want to do all day long. I know a lot of niggas pushing factories and doing things like that where they doing hard labor work. I ain't got to do that because I done set myself up like that. So I can walk around and do my job and make my money and text 20 bitches a day if I want to. All day if I want to and still make my money. So if you talking about somebody that got to go to a factory or somebody that got to do hard labor work to make their money, yeah, they ain't got time to have their phone in their hand to pay people attention. But and then she hit on another point I've been saying. Niggas out here trying to date above what they should be dating. You got niggas you got
You
niggas
hit
that
it
are
right
out
there.
here.
Go ahead.
You got niggas
Go
out
ahead.
here that's trying to date supermodels and niggas making $15, $14, $15 an hour. And they look like shit. They ain't going to the gym. They ain't in shape. She hit on
Mm-hmm.
that. The same shit
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying since I came in this space. Niggas want to disregard it, and then we got the OG guys telling these young guys, "Oh, well, you're gonna pay for it anyway, so you might as well go overseas and buy it." That is ludicrous to say. I've been saying this since I came in this space. I've been trying to
Now,
tell niggas it's women that'll do everything for you, and you ain't gotta give them much. You ain't gotta do nothing. They'll pay for everything. But the problem is, this space holds a bunch of men who ain't never had nothing like that. Come from an
now,
era or who come from a demographic where they don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to tell women what they want to hear. They don't know how to please a woman more ways than sexually. And that's the issue.
now, OG Will, I'm gonna let you get to it, right? But what I want to
Houston.
say, the X-ray, that's where me and you agree. I sit and listen to these guys in this space talking about Bernice Burgos. Ain't none of y'all niggas paying Bernice Burgos money, and y'all don't fit the description that Bernice Burgos would pick. None of y'all niggas, not even me, and I'm a handsome motherfucker. Look better than 90% of y'all in this space. But OG Will, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up?
What's up, OG?
B Bill E. What's happening with,
What up?
with my boy X-Ray? What's up? Gans. But I'm here just real quick. I want to tell you guys something. If you've never been pursued by a woman, then that's out. You will be paying. If you've been pursued by a woman, you know that you don't always pay. That's a fact. Okay. I'm just running game by you. Now, I've been to a club. I walked into a club and a dude is standing up talking to this chick sitting at the bar. I walk up, she gets up and gives me her seat and buys me a drink. I'm telling her, nah, we good. No, she basically makes me, buys me a drink. Homeboy's looking at me like, what? So I'm just telling you that some dudes will never have that experience. I danced with a chick, right? I seen her on the news, but I just act like, she's like, one of the news ladies. I seen her on TV, but I dance with her, act like I don't know who she is. And then I walk and I'm talking to the homie. She come and put her card in my hand. You know what I'm saying? There's dudes that have never been pursued by a woman, and women that have their stuff together, they can't be denied, man. I'm telling you, that's what puts American women over women abroad, because they got bread, they got their stuff together, and you just not anybody's gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? It's the way you move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I used to be in like a local model circuit, because I used to model back in the day. I got news clippings and everything. But I'm just letting you know that being pursued by a woman is different. And if you've never been pursued by a woman, which most of the people in this space haven't, or most men, basically, the few that know that when a woman pursues you, it's different. I had a woman say, "I'll take you home." I rode with my homie, and she said, "I'll take you home." Then she pulls up to the pad, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm about to go up there." And she's like, "So you're not going to invite me?" I'm like, she's so bad. I'm thinking like, I'm just trying to be cool. And so you're not going to invite me up? I'm like, "Oh, shoot, come on up." You know what I'm saying? If you've never been pursued by a woman, then you'll never understand that, and you will say that all men pay. That's a fact. But I do know that on several occasions that I've women have pursued me. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. So, and like I just came to say that because I got to go to work, man. Like you said, I'm standing on business. I got to go to work. But I just had to say that part because I heard they said everybody pays for it. And that's, you know, like I can clearly tell you that that's not true. Like everybody doesn't pay for it. But then again, everybody hasn't been pursued by a woman. It's different.
OG,
Yeah.
could I tap your knowledge for a second?
Yeah, come on.
Let me ask you a question, right? Say you have a woman, right, that you said that's interested in you. She stepped up to you, right? Now, I know where you live at in the West Coast. You said the San Diego area, right?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
if you met a woman out in Long Beach and she was taking care of you, do you consider burning that gas to go see her as paying?
Hell no.
No, because like I said,
Gas
when
in the car,
I'm gonna drive that car anyway, BVLE. So I'm gonna include that. And if I drive all the way to Long Beach to see her, that means she's worth it. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it on both angles.
But
I drove there, and then when I get there, here's the part. Here's the part, BVLE. When you get there, what's gonna happen? I get there, and I'm not getting a hotel, right? Matter of fact, when I used to go, funny you mentioned Long Beach. I used to date a woman in Long Beach, and she lived on 67th Way. You know what I'm saying? So the Long Beach Boulevard is 67th Way. Okay. So I used to go up there, and she lived with her parents. And that's when you know you smooth, when you go over there and they put you up. You don't get a hotel room. They put you up at their pad. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels to this. When people say there's levels to this shit, there's levels to this shit.
It's so many levels. And Mr. OG, listen, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it like this. This is the thing. A good woman, not even a good woman, a bad woman.
Mhm.
Any woman is willing to make that investment for a good man. That's what
Yes,
we
sir.
got. That's what we have,
Yes, sir.
and that's what a lot of niggas don't understand. So they think
They
they
don't
have
understand.
to pay. You don't gotta pay. Look, I'm in Asia right now. I ain't bought one drink because I don't drink. Every time I go to the club, these same women that these niggas paying $2,000, $1,500 for or $2,500 and they can't get on camera. These same women invite me to their table to drink for free, and I don't even drink. Oh no, come. You know why? Because I look good, I smell good, and I up they fucking value. If bitches see
And you're
them with
smooth.
me,
And you're smooth. And you're smooth.
bitches
You know what I'm
see
saying?
them with me. Oh, damn, she with him. They with him. Shit, they must got some. That's what bitches do. They gain face being with me. Means something when you a nigga that got your shit together and you walk in and you reek high value. A lot of these niggas don't look high value, and that's the
They
issue.
don't.
There
They
you go.
don't.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
issue. You gotta look the
Gans
part.
knows. Gans knows. Hell yeah.
And
No,
even
no,
if
you hit
gotta
it. You
pay,
hit the
so
nail.
what?
You hit
So
the nail
what if
right
you
on the
gotta
head.
pay?
You hit the nail right on the head with that X-ray. You hit the nail right on the head with that.
So what if we do gotta pay? Okay, that's fine. I don't give a hell about the paying thing, but what irks me is that these guys really think that you have to pay. That is no one, like, they call me a middle mango because I tell niggas straight up, I allow a woman to pay for everything. I make her show me that she want me around because there's a reason that she 26, 27, 28, 30, 35 and ain't got no damn man. So you think I'm gonna burn all my money on her? No, you gonna show me that you want me because I know it's a reason why you ain't got a man. And I'm not about to fight for it. You're gonna show me why I need to be around. So you're gonna take me to dinner, you're gonna bring me in your shit or get the Airbnb, you're gonna buy my flight to this vacation that we going on, and it happens every day. And that's why I love that the girl said that about the men in jail. If niggas in jail can do it, we ought to feel like pathetic losers out here on the street, and we talking, we can't get a woman, and these women got high expectations. It's absolutely atrocious. And we moving the goalpost. We saying shit like, oh, so it's paying for the gas? No, what do you mean? Paying for gas to go get in our car anyway?
You gonna put gas in the car anyway.
Yes, sir. That's my point.
Okay, but the point that I was trying to make The point that I was trying to make when I said that, or using that as an analogy, is this. Either way, you pulling money out your wallet, so you spend the money. Being that it's not on her and you need gas in your car anyway, you spend their money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that doesn't
hell no.
pertain to the woman though, B-ville. That's what we're talking about.
What about the
We're gonna fill up that car. We're gonna yeah, I got to go to work. So you fill up that money to go to work. I don't, if I go to Long Beach, I'm gonna go to Long Beach. That's basically a getaway for me, like a staycation for the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Exactly.
like I said, what happens when you get there? Like when I get there, she takes me. We go down the street to a Mexican restaurant. She pays for it, and I don't even ask her. She just says, "No, I got it. You drove all the way up here." Tells me that I got this.
But see, you talking about a different caliber of woman than the current state of a lot of these women that's out here now.
No, B-ville. Don't get brainwashed, B-ville. They're still out here. Look, listen to me. My boss is a black woman. Today, she gave me a raise. And you know what she told me? She said, "You got a little more than everybody else." You know what I'm saying? She said, "I got you. You got a little." I said, "You know what?" I said, I gave her a hug. I said, "You my girl." You know what I'm saying? I said, right on. Because she knows. They know who, you know what I'm saying? My boss. Okay. That's a fact.
That's
She said, "Don't show." She, you know how they give you the little paper with your raise on there, and she said, "Don't show that to nobody else because I hooked you up a little bit." I said, "Okay, cool." You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so it is. I'm telling you, B-ville E. These women today is the same as they always been. Will you have to go through a lot of them to get the right one? Of course. You know how many dudes they go through to get the right one? They never find the right one.
Man.
A lot of these dudes, hey, we can't point the finger. That's why I'm saying it seems like the space be pointing fingers at the black woman. Hell no. Some the black men ain't shit. And when they go overseas, they ain't shit. They don't even say hello. They say how much. I tell this everywhere I go. And you guys see me on the panels. I said, when you go up to a chick, even if you're overseas and you're paying for play, even if you do that, don't go up at somebody and say how much. You dummy, you're gonna pay more. You're gonna pay more, you idiot.
Right. They don't even know how to say hello. They don't even know how to say hello.
That's like going to a car. That's like going to a car dealership and telling the salesman, "Yo, I got 60,000. What you got?"
And let me say this. So, Mr. OG, this is what and from listening to guys in this space the last couple of years, this is what I really think it is. I think, OG, me and you on the West Coast, where it's a little different.
Yes, sir.
I think on the East Coast, on that coast over there, where niggas buy $1,000 jeans and niggas really want to be fresh and care about shit like that, they lead with they wallet. They lead with their wallet. So they want a woman to know they got everything. So if you show a woman you got everything, what's the natural reaction? Because if a bitch showed me she got everything, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna milk her. Damn, baby, I need this. Man, I gotta get my teeth this. Oh, I ain't got this. I'm gonna milk her. So women see the opportunity that guys on the East Coast present with their Cartier fucking glasses and they $1,000 jeans and shit and all this flexing like they big and like they got all that. And then a nigga happy to give, man, I tricked off on out. I only spent $500. You see these lame NBA players taking these rappers out by spending $500. These niggas on the East Coast. Maybe it's because they got Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and all those women over there, and they were fascinated by it growing up, and those women were broke, and they felt like they had to take care of them, and it's just a generational thing where it just kept happening and happening and happening. But I don't know what it is. But these women over here on the West Coast, they'll take care of your ass. The Asians, the black, the Mexicans, the white, they will take care of you. You ain't got to do nothing but be around showing a little attention. Niggas on the East Coast, the woman is fucking impossible. Niggas done gave up. Niggas completely saving their money going overseas and spending it all, tricking out just to be happy, then coming back home and then doing the same thing all over again instead of finding all these women out. Man, it's so many women out here. It's crazy.
So many. And they got bread, X-Ray. They got bread. They got bread. That's the difference between women here and women abroad. These women got bread. They got their shit together. I raised 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna accept anybody. You gotta earn them.
You crazy, bro.
But
I say
anyway,
the same.
I got to bounce,
I
y'all,
say,
because I got to go to work. But nice seeing you, fellas. I just had this great topic. This is a great. I wish I could stay on here longer because I
Me
mean
too,
this is a great
man. Me
topic.
too.
But I got to go, fellas. I got to go.
All right,
Appreciate
all
OG,
you,
right,
chill
OG.
out, man.
cool.
All right, peace
Yo,
out.
Peace out.
hey, yo, X-Ray, you ain't tell
Yes,
no
sir, Mr.
lies.
Gaines.
You didn't tell no lies with the difference between the East Coast and the West Coast. Because let's take the street level. On the West Coast in the 80s, who was the big dog? Help me out, chat, because I can't think of his name right now. Who Franklin Saint was supposed to be? Who was that?
The Harry O.
No, not Harry O. Help me out, y'all. Who Franklin Saint was supposed to be? The one that was working with the CIA to bring in all the drugs from Los Angeles. But anyway, you didn't know this dude was a multi-millionaire from the street. Freeway Ricky Ross. Thank you, really, Joe.
Oh,
You
Freeway.
didn't know. You didn't know that he was a multi-millionaire from the street. He didn't carry himself like that, right? He low key, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't flashy. In New York, who was our dudes? Alpo, Rich Porter, flashy, different car every day. That $45,000 Harley Davidson, I seen Alpo on it. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely hit it on the head with that. We listen, New York niggas, we some flashy niggas, man. That's just the way we are. All of us, all five boroughs, different styles, but all five boroughs in our own way, we flashy. That's why I don't believe y'all boy from New York.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? And Romeo Guerrero said he must be because I kept this up here because I've been wanting to get to it. He said I must be living in the twilight zone where niggas think paying for box is a badge of honor. I come from the era where dudes kept it playing. Now, Romeo Guerrero, let me say it like this. I'm not trying to come from an aspect of, here, let me get some of your box. I'm coming from an aspect of, when I say at the end of the day, all men pay, we talking about men getting divorce raped in court, divorce raped to holy hell in court, child support up the wazoo. Men buy a house, he lose it. Women taking half their pension. That's where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from the aspect of, yo, I'm putting this money out for the box. Or I'm taking her out to date. I'm taking her out to a 5-star restaurant. She better give me some box afterwards. Listen, I'm going to the 5-star restaurant anyway. Do you want to come with me? No? Fine. See you later. I'm still going to the 5-star restaurant with or without you. You see where I'm coming from, X-Ray? X-Ray, you there? Guess we lost him. But Romeo Guerrero, that's the aspect of it that I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going to the 5-star restaurant anyway. But yo, let me see what y'all saying in the chat. 60 people in the building. If you haven't done so, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. He said, so X-Ray is saying, I'm listening. I got this woman out my room. She got to go before she get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Anthony Fon. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. I'll just say, I can see old men paying for box. If you're in your teens, 20s, 30s, get your shit together. Get in a bitch face. That's 100%. Yo, it was either my first or my second time to Medellin, right? Seen 2 young cats on the plane, 19, 20 years old. So I say, yo, What y'all going to Medellin for? They said, OG, the same thing you going for. I said, what? I said, hold on. Y'all young cats, 19, 20 years old, what y'all going to Medellin for? You should be able to get it how you live right here in the United States at that age. You know what I'm saying? Now, us old timers, we got more time behind us than we got in front of us. So, of course, we want to get right to the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to run around and play these games. But y'all young dudes, y'all should be out there trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping the link in case Misha want to come up. Jersey Hitter, salute. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Excuse me. That 5-star restaurant talk. Standing on business. That's right. Then he hit it again. $20. That 5-star restaurant talk. Standing on business. Salute. Jersey Hitter. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So yeah, we're gonna go to the next segment. Let me share the screen. Y'all boy, Chill Capo. Chill Capo. I reached out to him. I don't know if he got back to me or not, but yo, here we go.
But obviously, I'm going to keep making the videos as circumstances are happening in real time because I am actually here in Medellin, Colombia, and I've been here for several years. A lot of you guys keep lying to yourself and telling yourself that lie that, oh, this girl doesn't want any money from me. She hasn't brought up money. Oh, it's free. Everything is free. There's nothing in life that's free, my brother. There's no woman that you have ever gone on a date with. There's no woman that you have ever slept with. There's no woman that you have ever spent any time with that you spent $0 to have that interaction with that woman. So get that out of your mind. The difference is you guys are on these dating apps in Colombia and you believe that because she didn't bring up money, that her goal is not to get money from you. Trust me and believe me, at the end of the day, you do not live in Colombia. You do not speak the language. You do not have a residency. You do not own property here. You have nothing to offer any woman in Colombia except your money. Stop lying to yourself. Stop believing that just because she didn't bring up money, her goal is not to get money from you. So thinking that you're going to get around it and go on Bumble and Tinder and you're going to meet a quote normal girl, you're lying to yourself. If you're lucky, you're only spending $100, $200, $300 max versus having your bank account cleared, having your property stolen, having your jewelry taken, or even worse, losing your life. So at the end of the day, go with the professionals. You're only here for a short amount of time. You're not going to find love in Colombia. Stop lying to yourself. Go with the professional. Be smart. Stop being naive. Stop thinking these bitches don't want anything from you. They all want money. I haven't met a woman on this planet that doesn't want money from a man. Think about it. How many women have you ever met in your life that didn't want anything from you, that's never asked you for a thing in your life? Be smart. Use your big head, not your little head. If you're going to need some pussy, go to the proper places for it. There are places with professionals and people that do their jobs and do it well, show you a good time, give you the girlfriend experience, and they go home, you go to sleep. Stop being green. Stop thinking that all these bitches love you and you're just God's gift to women, because you're not. This is your last warning. Share this. Send this to somebody that you know is more than likely coming to Colombia soon. If you or any of your boys have Tinder or Bumble on your phone, delete that shit off your phone before you even get to Colombia. Trust me. I'm your boy Chill Capo. Share, like, comment. Let me know what you think.
So that's another one. Okay, let me take X-ray from the studio. So that's another dude. You're saying you got to pay in Medellin. Player with a passport. Where you at? He said these dudes always trying to level the playing field. No understanding of dynamic between men and women. So player with a passport, you can hit the link. You can come on up because I know you sometimes you for it, sometimes you against it. You know what I'm saying? But your boy Chill Capo, he's saying in Medellin, they all gonna want something at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I believe him. You know, just do what you got to do. That way you don't end up on the news. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Cash, your boy Fritz from Harlem. Yeah, word. He was supplying Rich Porter. Chill Capo talking about foreigners. Nah, and Chill Capo wasn't talking about foreigners. He was talking about us. Or, well, actually, he talked, where the foreigners? Where the foreigners going to Colombia? So when we in their country, where the foreigner? Again, on another note, check out that Joe Milano, blacks. Yo, I don't like Joe Milano. I'll check it out. I'll go give them a sample. But I really don't like his stuff. It's not strong enough for me. You know? But yeah, so Chill Capital was saying, yep, listen, you're gonna pay. So that's another one, especially in Medellin. You know what I'm saying? So I had one more from him too. Something going on in Cartagena. Let me see if I can find that one. Something going on in Cartagena. They're making designated zones.
Yo, what up, people? So, those of y'all that have seen the news in Cartagena today know that Cartagena is trying to initiate and create a red light district, adult zone in Cartagena for sex tourism right now. Now, although I'm not surprised, I do kind of find it hypocritical and ironic. Let's talk about it. So for many of the posts that you see on various accounts on social media, specifically in Medellin and Cartagena, you'll see tons of locals complaining and angry and spreading hate and spewing all sorts of malice towards tourism, specifically aimed in the direction of anyone who's considered a sex tourist. But we know that men go on vacation all over the world and they all still want to have sex in other countries besides Colombia. So is it really sex tourism or is it just men being men? And since Colombia is one of the few countries in the world that does practice legal sex work, that does have legal prostitution, it only makes sense that the country and the government officials and those in power are going to make money off it and monetize it. Now, by all means, make your money. Colombia, make your money off of these tourists. But at the same time, isn't it kind of ironic how you shame, berate, post, and you take every opportunity to blame all of your problems in the city and in the country on these tourists? I just find it very confusing how so many people can hate sex tourism. So many people can voice their hate and disgust for Americans, Canadians, Europeans that come to the country every day and pour in billions and billions of dollars into their economy. And yet your government is actively monetizing the act and the industry itself. They literally sponsor sexual events and they literally create zones and areas that are safe for people to benefit and financially gain from them. So my question to everybody watching this, is Colombia actually doing the thing that they're accusing so many foreigners of doing and exploiting their women for profit when it benefits them, but using Americans and foreigners as the scapegoats? Let's talk about it. So drop a comment, let me know what you think. Let's talk about it, man, because I got to know, man, is Colombia being hypocritical? Are the government, politicians, and immigration being hypocritical when they benefit off the same system financially? Yo, what up, people? So
there you have it. Player with a passport. What up?
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
Salute.
Yeah, man, I ain't never seen so many men fighting for prostitution in my life. A lot of
it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Never in my life, man. Never. Like never. Right? Secondly, man, a lot of people, even if they living in Colombia, they forgot that they a guest. Right? They could have a citizenship there. You're a guest, right? That's like me coming to your house, Gans, and your house is dirty, right? And you comfortable being in your dirty house, and I'm coming to stay at your house, And the whole time I'm standing there, I'm talking about how dirty your house is. But it's your house and you comfortable living in that dirty house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people have forgotten their place because I don't know if foreigners feel entitled, right? If that's that entitlement that we hearing, you know, maybe they're bitter because maybe they involved in some things that are getting cracked down on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it amazes me. I mean, I'm waiting for people to come out there and protest. And man, we want prostitution. We want it. We want it. Like, it's just unbelievable, man. You know, as far as you know, the homeboy X-Ray was absolutely right. And what was your dude? What was the dude with the big silver beard? What's his name? You had played his video earlier in the video.
That's Coach Greg Adams.
Coach Greg Adams, man, he got it all wrong. Like he missed it. You know, he missed it. He had an opportunity to take that thing, but he missed it. And it was a fastball right down the middle. You know, guys that are in prison absolutely are getting a hold of these broads, right? And they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing to offer them. They ain't got nothing. My homeboy just came home and he did 15 years in the feds. And he was getting battered females in the feds and dudes that's out here free, rolling clean and the whole nine. Right? He had nothing to offer. He had nothing to offer her when he was in the feds. And he was running through females. He was running through them in the feds. They driving hours.
So let's talk about that. So salute to Bville Lee for the $20 super chat. Let's talk about that.
Hold up again. Let me say this real quick because what's his name? Bville?
Yeah.
Okay, Bville. You had asked me in the chat, have I gotten it for free? Yeah, a whole bunch of times. I'm gonna give you an example. I work in the oil field. During the pandemic, the oil field, the bottom fell out the market, right? So like there was nothing going on up there, right? I do government contracting sometimes when things get slow. I caught a bunch of government contracts during the pandemic, right? A lot of military bases. I'm down in some military contracts, right? I end up getting down and I was coming through Phoenix, right? And I had an issue. So I was down for about 3 days in Phoenix. I go to the Cigar Lounge, Phoenix, Arizona. I go to the Cigar Lounge, right? Now, for those of us who have seen truck drivers, right? When I'm in the oil field, I've got on my FR, my oil field stuff, right? But with these contracts, you know, you just throwing on some bullshit, some shorts, probably some Crocs or sneakers. You're looking like a bum, right? I go to the Cigar Lounge in Phoenix, Arizona. I ain't got no haircut, no beard cut. I'm looking all kind of bad. I meet this chick in the Cigar Lounge, right? She was from Samoa. No, I'm sorry, not Samoa, Guam. She was from Guam. Bad little thing. I'm gonna give her a strong 7.5, 8, right? She was like in her late 30s. I get to talking with her in the Cigar Lounge. Next thing you know, she and we end up at a Jamaican restaurant, having some Jamaican food. We leave there. We go to a bar, have some more drinks. You know, I'm chopping away at her. Next thing you know, we back at a hotel room. I'm laying her down, right? The next day, she leaves that night. The next day she hits me up. Hey, now mind you, I'm not paying for this stuff. I paid for my cigar. I paid for my drinks, right? But she covered her own shit, right? The next day, she's like, hey, you want to get together? Sure, let's get together. Boom. We get together, do the damn thing again. The next day, she's like, hey, why don't you just take my car for the day? You can just drop me off at work and you just pick me up. Cool, no problem. I've known the broad 3 days, homeboy. I've known the broad 3 days. You understand? When I left there, man, she hugged me like I was the only man in her life, right? That's just a exaggeration, but you dig what I'm saying, right? When I pulled away from her, homeboy, she had balls of tears in her eyes, man. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking through her Instagram one time, and she had her hair was colored. It was like a red color. And I told her, man, wow, you know what I'm saying? Wow, you was killing that red. Oh, you really liked it? Yeah, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
You was killing that red, right? I
Go ahead,
came
I'm
back
still
down
here.
there. Yeah, I
I'm
came
just
back
getting
down there.
another drink.
You good? It was about 3 months later. I come back down there. I fly down there. She picks me up from the airport. Her hair was red, nigga. Her hair was red. You understand? A
Yeah.
lot of brothers they don't impact these females. You understand? And a lot of brothers ain't not just brothers, but men. They don't have anything else to offer a woman except money. She don't see nothing in you. Right?
Some of them don't even have that.
Right. So if you are unable to connect with her on an intellectual level, mental level, some cases a spiritual level, she don't see no value in you. And when a woman don't see no value in you, there's no way in the world that she's going to go inside of herself to be the best woman that she can be for you. You understand? There comes a point, man, where a woman places you on a pedestal in her own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there's no better place for a man to be than on a pedestal within a woman's own mind. Because when she does that, she's seeing you differently. And when she's seeing you differently, she's going to pour into you. Right? You ain't going to be doing all this pouring out. She's going to be pouring into you because she sees life's promise and she starts to see potential in you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Life's promise, life's potential. She starts to see her own potential, right? Which causes her to want to be the best woman, man. You know? But when you're a man and you have nothing else to offer except things that could be bought or purchased, you're always gonna feel as though you're paying because you've never had the feeling of a woman that was into you so much because of the positive impact that you've had on her, that it caused her to want to be the best woman she could be for you. And you, the man, directly benefit from that. You get the version of her that her ex wished that he could have had, but he couldn't get her because mentally he hadn't come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So as men, it's important that you invest in yourself. And by being the best man, you're going to always attract the best women for you. But you got to understand that you're going to attract the women that fit where you are in your development as a man.
Right.
Right. So if you've come full circle as a man and you completely understand your worth and value, the women you will attract will be women who are attracted to men who are fully developed mentally as a man.
Mm-hmm. And chat, notice the words that he's saying, as a man. Because at the end of the day, a man realizes that he has to stand up and be a man. Be a provider. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about all men pay, we're not talking about men just running out here paying for pussy. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a man standing up strong and straight, being a man, providing for his household, providing, raising his children. Right. This is where I'm coming from it.
Right. Standing on business as a man.
Standing on business.
Yeah. And when I was coming up, I can understand the analogy, the comparisons of, if you take her out to eat. But listen, I've never taken a female out to eat and the pasta was so good. She said, man, I'm gonna come back. When we get back to the house, you bone dry.
Guess what?
This calamari is so good that when we get to the house, I'm putting it on you.
Guess what?
What's up?
Guess what? And I know you already know this. I'm telling it to the chat. Romeo Guerrero probably already know it. Bville Lee probably already know it. Dudes that done been out there moving around with these women know it. A woman knows within 2 minutes of meeting you whether she gonna give you some box or not.
That part.
So taking her out to eat and all of that shit That's just a moot point. That's just getting to know her. Like I said, I'm going to the restaurant anyway. Do you want to come?
Right. And you ain't even got to take her out. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
There's times, man, where you could chop it up with a female on the phone and boom, invite her to the house. But a lot of dudes don't know how to set the vibe in their own crib.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, you know, I always hear people comparing dating with business, right? But when I listen to some of them, I hear bad business structure. I hear bad business practices. I hear that they got a lot of turnover, meaning they running through a lot of females, but they got no retention, bro. They can't keep them. You understand? I don't want to be a business that's all over the news and they all over the magazines and they doing all the interviews and they had all the parties, but they got an open house hiring event 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have the business that got some employees that's going to be with me until the end. And we're thriving and we're moving in the right direction, you know? But as men, we got to be able to, as a man, you got to be able to tap into these females, right? And men are unable to do it. You know, a coach of a football, basketball team, they don't get into the Hall of Fame because they won a bunch of games. That's just on the surface. That's what you think. Oh, man, he won this many games, this many championships. No, he got into the Hall of Fame because he was able to tap into the individual players in such a way that these players wanted to be the best player that they could be. And when you get a team of people who want to be the best they can be, the team wins games. But they only wanted to win the games because they believed in the coach's vision. There was an interview today with Shedeur Sanders, and they said, "What's the difference between this coach and last coach?" He said, "This coach speaks life into me. And when you speak life into me, you're going to get the best out of me."
Mm-hmm. That's facts. That's facts. OG Davis is back.
OG Davis, what's up, champ?
What's going on? What's going on, player?
Man, I'm cooler, man. I'm trying to be like you. Hey, man, I seen that. I seen you got to hit me to the wine, man. I'm gonna be getting with you, man, on the wine.
Yo, let me. You know what's so funny? Because that particular video, it's a throwback. When I went to Santiago, Chile, back in what was that 24? And how could you go to Santiago, Chile without going to either the vineyards or even trying their wine? But there's a wine that I like and that I used to drink in the United States. It's called Gato Negro, which is Black Cat. So that actually comes from there. So I actually got the actual Gato Negro, but I was at a steak restaurant. That video is actually from my birthday of that year.
Okay.
And whatnot.
Okay.
And I was at that point in time, I had not drank in almost 2 years. So that exact video is the first glass of any alcoholic beverage I had in almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Whatnot. Yeah, man.
Well, when you had it, I mean, not when you had it. When I seen the video, I said, "Oh yeah, he a real wine man." You know what I mean? Yeah, because of the way that you, I don't know what the word is. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell the way you drink it.
When you whisk it, you smoke it and you whisk it. Well, you whisk it first to taste the notes.
Yeah.
But then you smoke it to elevate the drag. Like it gives you an increased high when you do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it was cool shit. It was cool.
Yeah, because me and my second ex-wife, we used to go to wine vineyards all the time out in Long Island and whatnot, and we would go to like wine tastings and stuff like that. You know, we lived off of Groupon, so Groupon always had a wine tasting, and you go out there and you get to taste all the vineyards wines. They give you like a little, just a little bit bigger than a shot glass, I guess, like the cups they use for like Jello shots, and you would taste so much wine. You would be done like towards the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Sunday Night Smoke. But yeah, I said, how could I go to Chile and not have wine? I had to have wine there. You know, the tours, like the wine vineyard tours out there, you got to book them like before you even get there.
Yeah.
And whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But the next time I go, there's actually a tour out there that you start on a boat and you take the boat to the vineyard. So when you're on the boat, they're giving you all their whites. And then when you get to the vineyard, that's when you start getting the reds.
Yeah.
So
well, I tell you, it was some cool shit. And I enjoyed that video. Even though it was simple, it was cool.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man. You know I've been on a post tirade. I've been on you know what? It's an experiment, though. It's an experiment, and it actually is yielding the results. It started about maybe 15 to like 17 days ago, and it's actually yielding the results that I imagine it would. But there's certain things that I found out in the process. You know, I talked to you about it behind the scenes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
let me just say this one thing. Umar is going to be mad at me moving forward. Oh man, shoot. So,
yeah, man. Ain't that wrong with it?
Yeah, I was actually on the phone with my daughter, and because we don't live in the same place, so what you call it? Then my other daughter, she's actually on a trip right now, and she has Wi-Fi, so she's texting me 3 more hours. So I just was talking with both of them. While I was talking to my youngest daughter via the video chat, and then my oldest daughter, she was texting both of us. So I got caught up with that. But I heard like most of the stuff that y'all was mentioning and everything as far as what we've been talking about. I mean, my take on it, you're gonna pay something. It's basically how you interpret it. You're gonna pay with time. You're gonna pay with effort. Which goes along the lines with time. You're gonna pay out of pocket in some cases. And in other cases you may not. I mean, my personal feeling on game at this point, like that's to me, it's 90s, 80s, 70s.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It might have trickled into the early 2000s. I mean, trust me. Like Gans said, I think I heard him say that, a woman knows in the first few seconds of seeing you whether she's going to sleep with you or not. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Right. That's a form of game.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, your presentation is game. Your presentation is the key that unlocks the door. You know what I'm saying? So how you carry yourself, how you look, how you carry a conversation, you know what I'm saying? And then also it's something that X-Ray said too as well, and Mariah said in the video, it's the quality of woman that you go for. If you're going for Bernice Burgos or these high profile IG models and stuff like that, they're only dealing in finances when it comes to it. Now, do guys get them for free? There are athletes that probably will get them for free, and that's basically on some, like, look, it's clout. I slept with so and so.
Let me ask you,
what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, OG Davis. If you was in the let's say that there was a convention, not even a convention, let's say like a little small convention, and you was around Bernice, what's her name?
Burgos?
Yeah, and you was around her. Let's say this convention was for, it went over a course of a week and a half, and you was in close proximity with her. Do you think that you can intrigue her, right?
Well, I think
Because
I can.
that's
Go
right.
ahead.
Because you know these people, like these they just people, right? But because of the fame, they could be good for clout, right? But I think that a man, when a woman is into a man, she's into the man,
Right.
And I believe that if I'm in proximity to Bernice, if we vibing, the fact that I work in the oil field and the fact that she's Bernice don't even matter, because a vibe is going to be a vibe. If she likes the man, she's going to like the man, right? That's why you can see a female who is a taller female deal with a guy who is quote unquote a short king. He's into the man, right? But on the outside, other men, oh, he must be paying her, right? If they see an older guy with a younger female, oh man, he got to be paying. He got to be paying. No, because these men don't understand the way this male-female thing works, bro. Because they don't understand the female, right? When the woman is into you, bro, it's a wrap. When she's placed you on a pedestal in her mind, it's over. She's going to pour into you like she ain't never had before in her life, because women have been training their whole lives to what? Be wives, to be the best wives. They talk to their girlfriends about this man they haven't met yet. Girl, if he was like this, I'm telling you, I wouldn't anything for that man. They talk to their mama about it. Mama, if I just had a man like this, I'm telling you, mama, I'd be the best wife, right? They on their knees praying to God for this man. Right? So now she done met this man that she done built up. She hit the lottery. And I'm not talking financially. I'm talking about she hit the lottery with this man, this mountain of a man that she's putting a pedestal on her mind. As a man, there's no better place to be. There's no better place that you should want to be than on a pedestal in a woman's mind, because you will get the best version of that woman every time. My bad. Hey man, I gotta get up out of here, man, because
he dropped game on y'all.
I gotta get up out of here, man. This dude is beating on my shit, man. Pause. I see y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, cool. I'm gonna answer your question.
Yeah, I'm coming, man. Hold up real quick, boss.
Yeah, I wanted to get. I wanted to see what is Play Dog talking about. He said, "Was that what's the two stand on business games?" He says, "I wasn't standing on business when I sent that little girl $5 super chat." I don't know who you're talking about, Play Dog, because the only female on YouTube that I'm subscribed to is Danica Marie. She's the only one that I sent any super chat to, and it wasn't no little $5 neither.
He might be talking about Mariah. But to answer, okay.
I never sent her. I don't think I sent her a super chat.
He's not talking about you. He's talking about himself.
Oh, okay.
Right. But to answer Player with a Passport's question, his original question, if I was in a convention with Bernice Burgos, see, in the mind frame that I'm in right now, at this present day and age, I don't really approach women like that, like I used to, because I like, I deal in energy, right? So if I'm at this convention with her and I see her, now of course I'm going to notice a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm going to notice a beautiful woman. So I'm going to notice her. Now, had I not known who she was, then it might be something different. But because I know who she is, first off, I'm not going to approach her. That's number one. Number two, energy attracts energy. So if I'm in this convention and, it's a convention where there's a lot of communication, there's a lot of participation, I will be one of those individuals that will be participating. And if she feels the energy from my participation and she comes up to me and asks me, you know, how do you know about this and blah, blah, blah. And we get into a conversation, then I work from there. But to outright, like, you know that I know, I'm not gonna approach her because, like I said, I've been around the block a lot. I done been married twice. I done been with every form of female in any form of fashion. I done had side chicks. I done been married twice. I done been with married women. I done did so much stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Take, for example, I know an individual. I know of an individual. I don't know the person personally, but the story was told to me. There's a guy that one of my friends knows. Regular guy, I believe he works in the tech industry, right? So he ends up meeting a famous celebrity. I'm not going to mention the celebrity's name because if in fact they do hear this, I don't want the person that divulged the information to me to, you know, get into any type of beef or whatever. But this is a famous woman, okay? And at the time, she had recently been engaged to a man, but then they found out that the man had some form of cancer or whatever. Long story short, the man passed away, and she was, you know, hurt behind that, right? So what ended up happening was the guy met her, got her number, and they proceeded to, you know, kick it with one another. And I'll tell you on the back end, Gans, who it is and whatnot. So they was kicking it with one another, and ultimately she was feeling him. They ended up sleeping together. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute, huh? They ended up sleeping together. Get out of here. Davis, I never sent no one damn thing, and I don't call no man but my daddy or grandpa OGs. Okay, whatever. But anyway,
we can respect that.
Yeah. I don't, you know. But anyway, the point is this: he had this celebrity, energy was good, all that. They ended up, you know, sleeping with one another, and then I think they kind of fizzed out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's possible to be that type of person. You don't have to be a celebrity or someone rich and famous to pull these people. You just, again, like I said, energy attracts energy. You know what I'm saying? If she's feeling my energy, and I'm going to know it because there's certain things that women do subtly that you already know. And it took me a long time to figure this out, because I've had a lot of women respond in the ways with energy, you know, attracting energy, touching your hand, you know, rubbing your back, holding your hands for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that you can pick up, but it's all, for me, it's all about the energy. Me personally, Bernice Burgos, a nice looking woman. If we was at a convention, I would not outright kick it to her. I would let things develop. And if she is attracted to me, trust me, she'll pull up, she'll say something, she'll speak to me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of females in the entertainment industry that I could have had my hand on. Will I talk about it now? No, because I don't want to disclose that information, because I know these individuals, and, you know, it is what it is, man. So, you know, I'm not saying that. Go ahead.
There was one I wish I got my hands on. This was back, I had to be about 22 years old, but go ahead.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, it's not impossible to pull, because they are human beings at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just a matter of, you know, if you're in the room with these people, you know what I'm saying, you can get to know them. Like, take, for example, somebody like a Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner, you know what I'm saying, she, you know, I'm not saying that she's the most attractive person in the world. You know, I call her the type of girl that used to have a snotty nose, the way she be talking and the way she look. But she's a nice looking woman. You know, the way she is right now, I can believe in myself. I can pull that. You know, and I don't even have to have the resources that she's looking for to get it. You know what I'm saying? Just off the mere fact that she's just trying to find someone to love her for her, not her past, not her fame, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not game necessarily, it's energy. It's all about energy. And that's where I draw from. I've learned, listen, you could have the tightest lip. You can speak with knowledge and understanding. You can know everything or just about everything. You can show God-fearing, all this other stuff. The energy is what attracts them. It's the same thing in the animal kingdom. The energy. A lot of times you see the lions, they might meet up with a female lion, and sometimes two lions got to go at it just to get the lion. One of them is gonna concede, and the other one's gonna get the lion. It's all energy. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as what we've been talking about, as far as, you know, listen, everybody has their own opinion and their own approach of how they see the world. Some people may see the world, I don't got to pay for nothing. Like X-Ray said earlier, I don't be paying these broads. I kick it with them. I text with them. I get with them. That's X-Ray's reality. He's shaped his reality. He's already going to see Anthony what is his name? Anthony Font.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, he says it's called presence. Exactly.
We gonna call him Fontaine. That's Ricky Fontaine's cousin.
Okay.
You get the
it's
joke?
called presence. Yeah, I got you.
It's Ricky Fontaine and Chico Fontaine. That's they cousin.
Okay. Yeah, it's called presence. They feel your presence. You know what I'm saying? They want to be around you. You know?
Right.
Listen, you remember the scene in the Mac? He said he told Tony, yo, bitch chose me. Because she loved his presence. She wanted to be amongst him. She wanted to be around Goldie. Goldie was that guy. He didn't need to do nothing. He just was being Goldie. He had his women, and pretty tough. Like, what? God bless his soul. He passed away during that during the filming of the Mac. They all, in fact, all of them his brothers. The one that said told the girl to get back over here, and Goldie told him, "Yo, bitch chose me." He passed away. Yeah, the dude with the afro.
He didn't pass away during the making of the movie.
I think he passed away during the making.
No, he didn't.
I know the one that was in the barber shop.
Pretty Tony. Remember the episode of Martin when they had to play his ball? Pretty Tony was the host. He was the host.
Okay, so then he probably passed away later.
He passed away maybe 5 years ago. Between 5 and 10 years ago, he passed away.
Because I know it was three brothers. One of the brothers, if you remember when they was in the barber shop, and the brother had the curly hair, he was really in the streets, and he got shot in his car around that time. Because you know, Oakland was the big pimp town, like real talk. Like forget Chicago and Detroit. Oakland was that town. You know what I'm saying? But all them brothers, all them Frank, all them, they all was brothers in that film. And that part right there where Goldie got the girl, he said, "Your bitch chose me." Yeah. Because that energy was up. Like, nah, I need to be with him. You know what I'm saying? So like he said, like Pretty Fontaine said, it's presence. It's presence. And that's why you have to, the Ward brothers. Okay, Pretty Tony was in the Players Club. Right, the Ward brother. I think it was Frank Ward that played the actor that said about the he was when Goldie took his broad. Yeah, the Ward brothers. Shout out to Play Dog for that one. Yeah, the Ward brothers.
I ain't see the new comments yet because I'm stuck on Play Dog's comment back here because I want to get to that.
Okay.
He said, Play
Frank
Dog
Ward,
said, he said, I thought you were alpha. That little girl Mariah got you rattled up. No, she didn't get me rattled. It was talking points. We used that as content and talking points for what we always talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you did when you was addressing, we're not giving that dude no shot. Because when the time is right, I'm going to cut him down. We're not even saying his name. Matter of fact, if y'all remember what I was talking about earlier, when I talked my shit, when I said, can't nobody out-talk me, can't nobody talk more shit than me, that's who I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go down. Let me see. Beville Lee said, I wouldn't even have any interest in meeting nor hooking up with any female who considers herself a social media or Instagram influencer. Kick rock, shorty.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Ellis Durrell
Right.
said, definitely got to stand on business with these women. That's 100% facts.
Let me
Rapper
tell you something.
leftovers.
Go ahead. Finish the chat.
Romeo Guerrero, imagine is in the closet clone. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what cologne he talking about. It's the closest clone to imagination with great performance, whichever one he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Wait. What was the somebody's chat.
He said Pretty Tony was in the Players Club. Pretty Tony was in the Players Club. Yes, he was Diamond's father. He played Diamond's father. Remember when Jamie Foxx came over there and he was having target practice?
Mm-hmm.
That was Pretty Tony.
Somebody said something. I got to look back in the chat. Somebody said something in the chat that I wanted to respond to, and I started to respond to it, but let me look back in the chat because I started to respond to it, and then you finished off the chat. Let me see, because it was something that caught my eye. Let's see, comments. Okay, let me see something. Oh, yeah. When Ellis Durrell said, you said, definitely got to stand on business with these women. See, let me tell you something. I learned a long time ago from the OGs. I used to hang out with, my dad and all his, older friends and whatnot. They was different ages, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And they told me straight up, you want a woman that wants you? Pay her no attention. Pay her no attention. You ain't gotta seek her out. Just be you. Pay her no attention because everybody else is paying her attention, and she gonna want to know why you ain't paying her attention, but everybody else is. Because women are sensitive about everything about them. They have like a sensitive soft spot. Like everybody's talking about my booty, but this guy right here, he ain't saying nothing. He ain't even looking. Is he okay? And they get worried. And the OGs told me, they was like, listen, any woman you want, listen, just be you. But don't give them attention because once you give them attention, that validates what everybody else is saying. If it's 10 people in the room and 9 people pay attention to that one female and one doesn't, she's gonna wonder why he's not paying attention to me. She's gonna get a little insecure trying to understand why is OG Davis not looking at me, not saying nothing to me, Is there something wrong? Is something on my face? Whatever. And most of the time, not all the time, I'm not going to say it's 100% proof, but a lot of times you end up with the woman. You end up with the woman. All these dudes putting forth their best performance, and you just sitting there chilling, and she like, yo, everybody's kicking it to me but him. And look at me. Like, I got body, I got all this, I look good, but he not saying nothing? Nah, it's something about him. You know, nowadays they'll just call you gay. They'll just call you gay and say, oh, he's a homosexual. No, I just ain't interested in you like these dudes. These dudes are thirsty. I'm not thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Because you in your head is 8, 9, 10. I can look at a 6 that look better than you and will turn out better than you. You know what I'm saying? You know, but again, like I said, for everybody that was on the panel, that's in the chat, it's perception. It's how you see the world. It's how you move. You don't have to put out money. Some people don't have to put out money to get women. Some people could be naturally gifted. You know what I'm saying? Tariq said, that is what I tell the boys that go to the strip club. The stripper always seeks out the one that didn't come to see her dance and give her money. Facts, OG Davis. I'm going to tell you a story, Tariq. They used to have this strip club. I forget the name of it. It was on 11th Avenue it was right across the street from the UPS building in Midtown Manhattan, right? So we ended up going to that strip club. We was in sanitation. No. I wasn't in sanitation yet. So we ended up going to this strip club. They closed it many years ago. But it was a strip club like right across the street from the UPS building, and you had to go downstairs. The name of the strip club had something to do with going downstairs or whatever. But anyway, we get in there. So it's some of the baddest women in New York City. So it was this one chick. When I tell you she was bad, I mean, she got some work done to her body, but it looked natural. It didn't look fake or whatever. So we in there, and we, you know, she's dancing, but she's dancing all by herself. So we throwing, you know, coins at the other women, and she's just dancing, and she's wondering why nobody's coming to her, why nobody's throwing money her way. And I mean, when I tell you she was bad. Nice dark chocolate John. Body was Coca-Cola bottle shaped, everything. Yeah, Bismarck. It was right there, right across the street. I think the diner was on the right-hand side, but it was like on the middle of the block, like next to like a parking garage, but right across the street from the UPS joint. So we giving the dollars to all the other girls in there. Man, that girl went in the back and she got dressed. She came out. So she came to our table. She was like, you mind if I see it? He's like, nah, we don't mind. She go to one of my boys and she like, yo, y'all didn't see me while I was dancing? It was like, yeah, but we having fun over here. Like, what's the problem? You know? So they don't like that. And the same thing with females. Females don't like that. Like, they could be in a room full of dudes. That's why when you go to the club, yo, get your drink, park up, and just be chilling. Don't even look at your phone. Just be chilling. Don't even just be there chilling. And trust me, they're gonna pull up.
They don't like when you don't show them any attention. You know what else they don't like? And we're gonna get to this one. We might talk about it on the next live. Women don't like when you put them in the friend zone. Yo, you put her in the friend zone? Oh my God. You're gonna piss her off something awful. It's all right for them to put you in the friend zone. As soon as you friend zone her, oh, it's a problem. It's a problem there.
Yep.
Yeah. But yo, get ready to shut this joint down. We got on we 2.5 hours. That's usually our normal time, 2.5 to 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to shut this joint down. You know what I'm saying? It's 10:13. Word. It was a good one. It was a good one.
Yes, sir.
Salute to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Everybody that hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all the super chat.
Sub
Everybody
to the
that came
channel.
up. Everybody that came up on the panel. Salute to Bismarck, B-Ville E. Salute to OG Will. Salute to Player
X-Ray.
with a Passport. X-Ray Pookie. You know what I'm saying? And of course, OG Davis.
And let me just let y'all know something real quick. Salute to y'all. We hit the 3,000 subscriber mark. Was it last week?
Yep.
Organic.
Share this channel. Let's jump it up to 4,000 real quick.
Yes. Salute to y'all and sub to the channel that constantly give us support. Listen, we don't ask for nothing monetary. We don't ask, we might say, let's hit the goal with the super chat, but that's just, whatever. If you feel like doing it, you feel like doing it. We don't ask for no cash apps. We don't ask for none of that. We'll say it. And if you feel, willing to support the channel monetarily, that's great. But the most important thing for us in this channel is the subs and the like button. That's for free. That don't take no time. Hitting the sub to the channel, seconds. Hitting the like button, seconds. So that's all we need. That and the engagement is great. As long as we keep getting that, we good to go. We stay in the algorithm and we good. So
see, check it. And this is to the chat. Y'all see my screen just got darker. So one of my lights just went out. So when that light goes out, that's when it's telling me it's time to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Because that light got close to a 2.5, 3 hour time limit on it. You know what I'm saying? And then I got another light over here. I got another light, but I didn't bring the bar. I didn't bother to bring that one up. So Tariq want to know. He wants to know a cigar name. Listen, I'm always going with a Toro Fuente. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with anything from a Toro Fuente, right? And let's see. Play Dog said, "Big up, Gans. I'm just over here having some fun with y'all." Yeah, salute, Play Dog. Listen, like I said, I really want to do a motorcycle panel, but I'm trying to get the right people on it. I want to try to do something on the motorcycle side of YouTube that nobody's doing. Salute to like I said, salute to the brother traveling tall. He's always on that Harley. Salute to Finesse the Challenger, like I said. What's another brother? Kelly B. Glidden. I've been checking out his channel a lot lately. Kelly B. Glidden. You know what I'm saying? So I want to try the way we doing these panels right now. I want to try and do something with motorcycle riders, maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. I know the season's coming up. The season's here, excuse me, and everybody's on their bike. So I want to try and do it the way we doing this shit here. We talking grown man talk. You know what I'm saying? Maybe outside when it get a little warmer, got the cigars going, and we talking motorcycles. OGD, I know you don't rock with the motorcycle, but for those that do, maybe once a week, once every other week, we get a live going with some motorcycle riders, and we just chopping it up. Everything motorcycles, anything that's going on with an event, say in Atlanta, you got Black Bike Week coming up at Myrtle Beach. Daytona Beach just passed. You know what I'm saying? Get some brothers over there on the West Coast. They riding all year round. And we just chop it up, smoke some cigars, doing what we doing. Same thing how we rocking here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I'm trying to pull it off. Because nobody on YouTube that I've seen, Play Dog, maybe you've seen it, but no motorcycle riders that I subscribe to have any panels like that. But yo, But yo, that's what it is, man. Yo, I'm getting ready to shut this joint down. My back hurting. Yeah. Yeah. So yo, getting ready to shut it down. Salute to everybody. Like I said, appreciate all the super chats. Kite Eternal. Play dog, you read with a finger. That's crazy. But yo, everybody, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like I said, we trying to get it up to 4,000 real quick. You know what I'm saying? So yo, everybody that came on the panel, he's OG Davis. I'm Big Gans. Yo, we out. I'm shutting it down. Peace.
Peace.